Alright, so on Monday I completely forgot that I was supposed to be vlogging, so I didn't take that much videos. Actually didn't take any videos until like later at night, but in the afternoon I spent about an hour practicing bass clarinet. It's so much easier to practice with the stand now because before I would just have to be holding onto it while I was looking up sheet music or changing backing tracks or anything that doesn't involve me actively playing the instrument.
La palma. El diablito. La campana.
Around midnight, I started making my lunch for work the next day. I didn't really have a plan, but I just started boiling eggs and tried to see what I could do with them. And look at that. Doesn't that look good? Oh, that's actually my dad's food that my mom made. This is my food. As you can see, there's not much yet. It's still a work in progress at this point. I got this jam at a discount from Target because it was holiday themed. And look at that, the eggs didn't turn out that bad.
Are we going to the jail? That's not good.
Hell Avenue? Alright, so occasionally I'm gonna drop by and form a voiceover, and I'm just gonna talk a bit about a call that we ran this week. On Tuesday, which is the day that you're watching right now, I forgot my pocket notebook. One of the times that I was giving report, I was talking with the nurse. All of a sudden she screamed and said that there was a spider. There was like a medium-sized spider on the floor crawling around. And I just kind of bent down and tried to pick it up so I could take it outside. And while I was trying to scoop up the spider, I was still giving her report. I don't know, I just thought that was funny. I'm just giving report to this nurse while trying to catch a spider.
Ready?
Yeah.
Big bump. Boom, 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 boom.
Like on the other side.
What's that rattling in the back? What is that?
Alright, it is now 12:42. We just barely got back to station. Whenever they give us these calls at the end of our shift, it's always something that takes a long time, where it's gonna be a long drive over, and then we'll hold the wall for like an hour and a half. At the beginning of our shift, they have us check in some stuff like this pulse ox right here. A glucometer, so there's a glucometer in here, and then lancets and the test strips and what do you call it, alcohol prep pads and band-aids, that stuff, and then a thermometer. We don't really get to use this that much though. And then for some reason there was another pulse ox in here, and then a second glucometer bag, so I'm gonna bring that back right now. Alright, we're back inside of the rig. It's not what the inside of an ambulance should look like. Ours is pretty messy, and we're missing a bunch of stuff. Here, this I put here, and then this stuff I just got. I don't think there should be stuff on this countertop. I don't even know what's in there. And then blood pressure cuff we can't even use because the blood pressure cuff that we have isn't compatible with all these, so we can't switch them out. There's a wrist BP cuff in here and a baby BP cuff. We've got this hollow space over here. I think it used to be a cabinet because of this, but it doesn't work no more. Oh yeah, look, you can see where the hinges used to be, but now it's just kind of like an open shelf. The ambulance that you work on is going to be a lot better. It's going to be more clean, more new, probably better stocked. You'll probably have an automatic gurney. This one is a manual. In case you guys are wondering about what I meant by our BP cuffs aren't compatible, this is the BP cuff that we always use now. The inflation bulb and the gauge are separate. Here they are. And now here's a cuff from the kit that we have, and you can see that there's only one attachment point right here. So you can either attach the inflation bulb or the gauge, but not both. The one we used to have had the inflation bulb and the gauge kind of as one piece. I'll put up a picture of it so you guys can see. And that one piece, we were able to attach it to this, but we can't do it with this one. Alright, so right now I'm gonna go to the little warehouse that we have at the back of our station. We're missing sheets. We're missing one, what's that thing called? Adult nasal cannula. And for our glucometer kit, we're missing a few lancets. I think we're missing one or two. I just realized that our gurney doesn't have a sheet, so I'm gonna go ahead and put one on real quick. Apart from making sure that everything's in stock, I'm also gonna clean the place a bit, just general decontamination, because you never know how clean or dirty it is at the start of your shift. My partner got here just now, and right now we're gonna go post.
Later.
Alright, it's 9:52 and we're finally back at station. Alright, and like yesterday, I've got to go ahead and collect that stuff that I checked in the morning. Okay, it's a little dark, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but here's the glucometer. The thermometer kind of spilled out a bit, the little disposable sheaths. Just leave that there. Okay, it's missing the pulse ox. Pretty sure it's back here. Yes, here it is. so boring. Right now I just picked up some donuts and I even got one for my Uber driver. I got off 2 stops early, so I'm gonna have to walk over to the other bus stop. No way. It's the company I work for. I messed up and somehow I ended up at the transportation center. This sucks. Alright, it says the next bus is coming in 3 minutes. After that, I'm gonna have to take another bus. I don't think I'm gonna get that much time to shop. Dude, the bus didn't stop for me. It just left right now. Alright, I just stopped by a pizza place that's kind of close to where I live because the only thing that I've eaten today is a hot dog that my girlfriend's brother made me. And that was like, probably like around 3 o'clock. Alright, so this call is actually from Wednesday, but I didn't have enough B-roll in Wednesday to do a voiceover for that one. So I'm just going to do it here. So we were picking up someone from a jail and we were transporting them to the hospital so that they could get medically cleared to go to a psychiatric facility. When they take her out of the holding cell, the first thing that I noticed is that the right side of her pants are just completely covered in phlegm. Like, it looks like she just looked down and spat directly onto her leg. And it wasn't just a little amount, it was a lot. It looked like she was hawking up loogies in the holding cell for at least an hour to be able to cover that much of her leg. Anyways, she's really delusional. Like, she thinks she's a lawyer, a judge. She worked with NASA. She's also really paranoid. A lot of psych patients we pick up are paranoid about going into the ambulance. They think we're just kidnapping them, but most of them are on a 5150 hold, so you know, we can transport them involuntarily. I tried to talk with our patient, but she refused to talk about anything except her career as a judge slash lawyer slash NASA scientist. I'm sure there was some other stuff that she said, but I forgot what it was. And about halfway through the transport, she asks me for a barf bag. So while I'm grabbing it, I ask if she needs to vomit, and she says no, that she just wants to spit. And she asks for it about 5 more times during the transport. And one of the times, right before she asked for it, just without warning, without saying anything, she leaned over to the side and spat To me, it looked like she was trying to spit on the floor of our ambulance. I've had patients do that before. But luckily, it didn't fall on the floor. It actually landed on her leg, right with all the accumulated phlegm on her pants. Fortunately, she never tried hawking her lung butter at me. That would have been really gross. Alright, that's the end of our shift. In the morning, I checked out the glucometer and the pulse ox, but they didn't have a thermometer at the station, so they told me to check in here for it, and all I found was the actual thermometer, but not the box with the sheaths in it. Alright, I'm out of the gym now. I'm gonna go ahead and go home. Alright, I just stopped by the battery store that's next to Hobby Lobby. Got a pack of AA batteries from my alarm clock. I think someone parked their car here. ¿Sí puedes lavar? ¿Yo? Oh, no. No creo.
Later.
Let me see the book cover. Just flip the book real quick. Oh.
We're going to take time to explain the process. All right, let's get started. First of all, you can see up here I have